whole truth, all the answers. We could find out why we're here, learn how to change our fates, stop Ragnarok for good, maybe. Save the people we love.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
You can't handle the truth.
That just means that I have graduated to the next level, to be a player. Not a player of females, but a player of life. This game of life is a game, and you have to play it to the fullest.
We all player in this life shit. Whether wicked or righteous, this is priceless. Am I the son of ISIS? A little cipher, cause even I'm with Christ is here to start a crisis. P4L is your religion, nigga. I am the prophet of forbidden scripture. I'm hearing gossip of a living Hitler. But his skin is chocolate, hair knotted, and his dick is bigger. When fornicating, I'm the spawn of Satan. I spew hatred like Mongol when he joined the nation. I don't knock on niggas' doors, this is home invasion. It's the new Nat Turner to the corporation. My balls is a pair of dice. I let your wife blow it twice in this game of life. The way I gamble, the scandal of a Vegas night. Until I pay the price, I'm a player for life.
Players,
All I am is a pawn in this game. How I fit in this grand scheme of things. So I do and I say what I want to. I'm a player for life. All I am is a pawn in this game. How I fit in this grand scheme of things. So
You're live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Turn your radio up.
When you're searching perfection, whether I reach it or not, you know that's what I was shooting for. You heard? Boy, ain't no way, I could call myself a hustler, sit and watch my people suffer. Got the nerve to say I love you, ain't no way. Everybody touching millions, real life look like a gremlin on the gram. They so appealing, ain't no way. I could fall for that shit, expect the most. I gave my all to this shit, giving up, it ain't no way. Man, we done seen the rags to riches. How bad you really want it, make the difference, but don't act like ain't no way. Yo, I done seen you niggas' limitations. A small pebble to this shit we facing. Forgot your morals, you don't use the basics. A couple outfits make you feel complacent. You living just to be in bitches' faces. You tryna rush but never win the races. The book of life is
Players, life.
barely flipping pages. Blood, sweat, and tears for what we earn. This Pluto in the wind standing firm. My turn, it ain't no way. I could call myself a hustler, sit and watch my people suffer. Got the nerve to say I love you, ain't no way. I can't do it. Everybody touching millions, real life look like a gremlin on the gram. They so appealing, ain't no way. I could fall for that shit, expect the most. I gave my all to this shit, giving up, it ain't no way. Man, we done seen the rags to riches. How bad you really want it, make the difference, but don't act like ain't no way. Yo, don't be acting like you lost. You can tell that shit is false. You better keep your fingers crossed. Learn to find the lessons in your loss. Potholes can throw you off. Just maneuver and stay the course, nigga. Married to the game, ain't no divorce.
Players, life.
I took some time to pause, kept it real with me, working on my flaws. You Nemos could never come swim with Jaws. I'm telling you, ain't no way. I could call myself a hustler, sit and watch my people suffer. Got the nerve to say I love you, ain't no way. I can't do it. Everybody touching millions, real life look like a gremlin on the gram. They so appealing, ain't no way. I could fall for that shit, expect the most. I gave my all to this shit, giving up, it ain't no way. Man, we done seen the rags to riches. How bad you really want it, make the difference, but don't act like ain't no way.
A Players for Life production.
Mic check. You are now live on Truthful Talk Radio. Ahora esta viva en la radio, Truthful Talk, an interactive radio show where you'll be entertained and hopefully somewhat enlightened. Hosted by yours truly, Fu, Players for Life CEO, aka Mr. Truthful Talk, where I showcase some of the hottest independent artists in the game, bringing you exclusive interviews, discussing the latest hot topics, along with authentic live reaction videos. And if you can handle the truth, Truthful Talk Radio is a safe place to have open, truthful, and productive dialogue about controversial topics, and to have the difficult conversations in order to help us get the results and outcomes we want out of life. Truthful Talk Radio is also the home of playersforlife.com. Make sure y'all log on to playersforlife.com. Check out the player apparel and let me know if you're a player for life or not. Hit that like button on the way in. Hit that subscribe button on the way out. And also turn on your post notifications so you'll know every time I go live right here on Truthful Talk Radio. Help us take the power out of payola and put the power back into talented, dedicated, and ambitious artists and musicians' hands. With that being said, can you handle the truth?
You can't handle the truth.
Can you handle the truth?
You can't handle the truth.
Welcome back to another episode of Truthful Talk Radio. I am your host, Full Players for Life CEO. And like I said, this is the interactive radio show. The more you interact, the more entertaining and enlightening it to be. So the first half of the show, I play Truthful Talk artists. If you want an artist played right here on Truthful Talk Radio, make sure you hit me up on the email, truthfultalk@gmail.com. It's scrolling right at the bottom of the screen. The second half of the show, we're going to get into live reaction video. Do it live, straight, authentic reaction to a video. Same thing applies. If you want me to react to a particular video, go ahead and send it to that email, truthfultalk@gmail.com. Hopefully, y'all start sending me like y'all send me the reels. But send me those videos so I can react to them right here on Truthful Talk Radio. So let's get into the first half of the show. But before we do that, we got to get into the play of the day. What's the play of the day? Just a small scripture to help you get through your day in a better way. Play of the day, number 43. Being a male don't make you a man. And just because you're a female doesn't make you a woman. Men and women understand their role and respect the double standards that apply on both sides. The physical makes the body feel good, but it's the mental that puts the mind at peace. Relationships are reflective. So if you keep ending up with dirt, then you need to clean up your act. You first must heal in order to appeal. It's mind over matter. If you could handle the truth, go ahead and hit that like button.
You can't handle the truth.
If you can handle the truth, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
You can't handle the truth.
And we also got the topic of the day. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. Topic of the day: how important is your mate's past? Let me know. We're about to get into this Truthful Talk Radio. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend where you heard it first. This first artist go by the name of Docs, a.k.a. Brick City Buddha. This track is called Everything is Love.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Turn your radio up.
Everything is love, but that on anything I love. Yeah.
Peace, beloved.
What up, eh? Yeah. I said, my nigga, everything is love. Put that on everything I love. Yeah.
Jersey, stand up.
Crash.
You now listen to Truthful Talk.
Let's talk.
Crack music.
Haters online sending subs, make my skin tough. Everything is love. Yeah. When my plug got raided, I was bugged. Had he not, I'd be still selling drugs. Bruh, when my first love left me, I was crushed. But that heartbreak led me to the one. And when you find the blessing in the stress, and it's a lesson that everything is love. Ain't nothing changed but the address change. But the currency exchange ain't from rap checks. Pilot talking, that's me and my better half. Prepping for landing in Cancun, another 70 cash track, tax exempt. My Zell overzealous through bad press. Libel and libel to score and transition like bad press is Diggler. Went from Dilla to Hiller, no ass bets. Bet the house with me to them Tulum villas with staff chefs. Still on rap's best list if you fact check. Spit pain through my teeth from the gut, this an abscess. Don't refer to nothing I'm on, that's a track less. We feature you preparing yourself to get lap jets. It's black excellence, selling black love. Trapping peace, yoga retreats. Done replace the Yola and weed, we legal. Guess that eagle on me, muscle memory. Guess. You must remember we from hustler pedigree. Gotta keep that in mind. Come up very sweet, but run up recklessly. The gun up steadily. That self-destruction chucking heavy D. Still I'm cool mowing just ice buckets. Except as a BD. PO, my son's mommy be bugging these. MC's light lately. Rhyming for nothing while me and the mayor keep flame lit like Hanukkah coming. We the real Jews. Kyrie got trashed over, but kept blood on our doors. So we got passed over. Still guys chosen. Black on black Mercedes. Fresh as Sammy Davis in front of juniors. It's cheesecake. I seen your advisors on and shit booming. Went from ruin to timeless though as the ruins. Them times I ain't know what life was doing. Everything was love.
Peace, beloved.
Go ahead and hit that like button. Let's go.
Haters online sending subs, make my skin tough. Everything is love. Yeah. When my plug got raided, I was bugged. Had he not, I'd be still selling drugs. Bruh, when my first love left me, I was crushed, but that heartbreak led me to the one. And when you find the blessing in the stress, and it's a lesson that everything is love.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio. You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Let's get into this Eric Vito. It's called What's It Gonna Be?
You're now listening to a Truthful Talk exclusive.
Yeah, I know what you like. You know I'm the one to give it to you just right, girl. I got what you need. Patience, love, trust, and good deeds. So what's it gonna be? Baby girl, is you with it? I got what you want, come and get it. Girl, you ain't had the real in a minute. I don't kiss and tell, I ain't nobody business. You ain't gotta tell me, girl, I understand. If you ain't got a ring, you ain't got a man. No, I ain't got a pocket full of rubber bands. I'd rather use the Amex Platinum. That's the truth, babe. A big dog with it like proof. Babe, I heard that you got the juice. Babe, so let me get a taste like ooh. Babe, I'ma keep it real plain. Me and you should do
Players for life.
Cause I don't really do games. Bring your body to mine. Show me what's in your mind. I can make you feel right. Simple like 1, 2, 3, baby, what's it gonna be? Baby, what's it gonna be? Are you down to head first? Is you jumping both feet? Baby, what's it gonna be? Claiming that you can't swim, but this water ain't deep. Baby, what's it gonna be? I'm here to give you what you want, it ain't all about me. Say you're looking for the real, well, exactly what you see. So now the real question is, what's it gonna be? Every day you run away from feelings that you feel for me, but girl, you should let it be. Let it
Live reaction on the way. Stay with me.
come around to hold you down, I make you smile and turn
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Baby girl, I know you want me. Yeah, let me make it real clear. I give you what you want anytime of year. Not the kitty at the park, yeah, it's out of there. I tell you everything you need, know what you want to hear. Give it to you straight, no chaser. Every single morning, have you up early morning. Use that tongue like stay Jonah. Girl, I know that you really want it, so I'ma keep it real, please.
Damn, son. Damn, son. Damn, son. Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
You can't handle the truth.
Baby, what's it gonna be? Are you diving head first? Is you jumping both feet? Baby, what's it gonna be? Claiming that you can't swim, but this water ain't deep. Baby, what's it gonna be? I'm here to give you what you want, it ain't all about me. Say you looking
Shout out to Eric Vito. What's it gonna be?
now the real question is, what's it gonna be?
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Turn your radio up.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
New music, TK Krabs featuring Young Dro. Smell good. Let's go.
You're now listening to a Truthful Talk exclusive.
Turn your radio up.
Players for life.
Smell good, look good, fuck good. What's your nigga what? I keep nails on teeth, pussy worth 100 piece. You know I had to tell them niggas get like me, cause you smell good, look good, fuck good. What's your nigga what? I keep nails on teeth, pussy worth 100 piece. You know I had to tell them niggas get like me, cause you make that ass bounce. I done fucked around and took it to the south. Got your cornbread fed, ass fat, pussy good and head. I spent some paper on it. Nigga,
Players for life.
Problem behind them hoes, that's what fake do. So I'ma tell you everything that make you smell good, look good.
One more track from our show sponsor, then Ride Live reaction coming up.
Pussy worth 100 piece. You know I had to tell them niggas get like me, cause you smell good, look good, fuck good. What's your nigga what? I keep nails on teeth. Pussy worth 100 piece. You know I had to tell them niggas get like me.
She smell like Coco Chanel in this
Damn,
bitch.
son.
White tip diamond nails in this bitch. Head good, pussy good. Shawty know she killer. Know she got me all on Instagram talking in subliminals. Pussy get wet like water. Minerals. Come and get some head to the 5-star general. Fuck you in a pen, a condo or apartment. You ever let a black nigga beat it up? Quite did. Lay it wide open, but I like it from the side though. Partner wanna hit it neck. Let him in the side though. Lip gloss shit, yeah. Badass bitch stuff. Put it on me right and get the Cartier wrist well. I love a hood, baby. You smelling good, baby. It's all good, baby. Wish a nigga would, baby. A young bitch pussy worth 100 racks, and she say she out of Memphis. Ass YTV fat young
smell good, look good, fuck
Damn,
good.
son, where'd you find this?
You can't handle the truth.
You know I had to tell them niggas get like me, cause you smell good, look good, fuck good. What's your nigga what? I keep nails on teeth. Pussy worth 100 piece. You know I had to tell them niggas get like me, cause you smell good.
Shout out TK Kravitz featuring Young Dro.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Turn your radio up.
Bird food pattern.
That's cool on the beat.
Let's get into our show sponsor, Trap Wholesale, Bird Flu Records. Let's go. It's called Live My Life.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Turn your radio.
Change my life with time. I'm so glad you're mine. I know what I know, and you know what you know. Girl, let's go and live this life.
You're now listening to a Truthful Talk exclusive.
Live this life. Live this life.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all feeling the music. Let's go.
Players for life.
You better live life to the full. Whatever you doing, you better live life to the full. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how I'm gonna live my life. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how I'm gonna live my life. Wake up every day and get that. Wake up every day and get it. Wake up every day and get it. Wake up every day and get it. I'ma live my life. I'ma live my life.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You can't handle the truth.
I'ma live my life. I'ma live my life. You got one to live. You only got one to live. You only got one. You only got one to live. You only got one to live. You only got one. Hey, I'ma live my life. I'ma live my life.
You're now listening to a Truthful Talk exclusive.
Players for life.
Down to Marco.
A Players for Life production.
Shout out, Trap Wholesale, Bird Flu Records, the show sponsored with live my life. You are now live.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio. You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Hopefully you've been entertained and somewhat enlightened thus far. We're about to get into the second half of the show, which consists of a live reaction video. Shout out to all the Truthful Talk artists. If you like any of the artists and they made it into your playlist, make sure you hit them up and let them know where you heard it first, right here on Truthful Talk Radio.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
This is your time where you share the live. I'm about to pull up this live reaction video. I'm reacting to a new content creator today. Let me turn that off so you can hear my voice and nothing but my voice. If you're still with me, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Round of applause to you guys. So, I'll put the little bit of track back on real quick while I pull up this video so it won't be no dead space.
A Players for Life production.
Share the live, y'all. Share the live. So who I'm reacting to today, the content creator, is called Whatever Dating Podcast Clips. So today is going to be a debate about dating a sex worker. So let's see what they got to say. I watched about 3 minutes of this and I said, okay, this seems entertaining and somewhat enlightening. Let me go ahead and react to this tonight. So here we go. Let me bring the video on up. We're going to get into it.
Well, I mean, my take on this is
that... right. There you go. So hopefully I can hear that audio. And now I just got to bring them up on the screen, which format I want to use. Let's try this one. Blow the video up. Hit that like button. It's time to share the live. Share the live. Meeks, I see you over there, cuzzo. Thanks for showing up. Hit that like button. Go to YouTube and make sure y'all hit the subscribe button over there. YouTube is where it's at. Let's go. All right, how that's looking over there? How that's looking? Okay. It's looking good, y'all? The thumbs up is looking good. All right, sound good. Looking good. Let's go. Let's get into it. You are now live.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
that Sean Evans, you are famous, you're rich, you don't need to be dating a porn star. That's my take. That's it.
But what's wrong with dating a porn star?
Oh, well, there's plenty.
Oh, please do tell.
Oh, Lordy, Lord. Here we go.
Is this the part
Unless
where
you
we
want
really
to
talk about this?
We can talk about
Obviously,
it.
if you don't consent to that question, I can revoke it,
Look,
but I'd love to know.
I'm not actually, and my angle on this, I'm not making an actual argument against porn. I am making an argument against men dating women who are involved in sex work. And there's a couple arguments. First off, if your woman is her work, now I realize some women are involved in sex work and aren't having sex with other men. Yeah, basic standard for men. Don't date women who are fucking other men. I don't know if that's an extreme take. I think that's a pretty reasonable take for a man to have, to not be romantically or sexually involved with a woman who's fucking another man.
But what if
That's
there's no love involved?
I don't care. I don't care if there's love. I don't care how much money she's getting paid.
Think about what you're saying. Okay, so you're saying that a guy's wife goes to an office party and like bones the coworker and then goes, but there was no love involved.
Yeah, but there was
and
no
that's
cameras.
just like they're
but there
just
was
fine
no
with
cameras
it.
either, and there was no work involved. They were at the work party, but it wasn't really like they were working.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same thing emotionally. You're saying that the only
Okay,
I don't
so
even know why work.
I'm sorry.
means
Please let me rephrase my previous statement. If they are doing it with no emotional attachment and there are cameras and it's work.
Yeah, why is work the distinction?
Because at the end of the day, if there wasn't work, you would be cheating. Yes.
Why?
Why? Because you're
What?
engaging in sexual intercourse with with not
The
your
same
partner.
thing you're doing. Why is there a difference if you're doing it with somebody filming it or not?
It's a difference.
Because it's
What's
a
the
job.
difference?
Wait.
The difference is one is you doing your job and one is you just having sex with somebody.
So your job.
Wow, who agrees with that one right there? That's crazy.
Bruh. Bruh.
Where's the logic coming from?
Amazing.
Where they get this from?
To cheat?
Who raised you? Shout out my bro TK. Kurt. Amazing.
No, your job is to have sex on camera.
And if you're with somebody as
What?
a partner, why wouldn't they view that as cheating?
They're just
too
much, man. You generalize
in
far
my
too much.
profession. If that's the description of my profession, then how is that cheating? That is.
Yeah, I kind of agree. If you get with somebody and they doing it already, it's not cheating because you already know what they're into. You can't expect them to just switch all their whorish ways up because now they're in a relationship with you. You sound crazy, but I digress.
Is a part of my job.
What if
it's literally what I'm stepping
what if the
on
description
set
of your
to do?
what if the description of your profession was like, I don't know, to murder people? That was the. Hang on, stop. Let me finish.
Analogies, and we don't have to make an analogy.
We
for this.
do.
It's cut through.
Well, we do.
No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
No, we
Anybody that doesn't like statistics, data, some people say data, or analogies, they know they can't win the argument because an analogy will test your logic. And a lot of people don't like that because it's going to make whatever they said seem flawed.
really don't.
Okay, so we just take your word.
You
for it?
can't handle the truth.
Well, then let me make an argument, and then you can respond.
Analogies.
Well,
Okay, let
me
me
make an argument.
hold on. Let him make his
Okay,
point,
go
and
ahead.
then you
Let
can
me make an
respond.
argument,
She wouldn't even let him get it out.
and then you can respond to the argument.
I actually disagree with you on this.
If
one,
your
Andrew.
job,
Bruh.
if your
But
job,
I'll say why.
if your job was to do something which was considered immoral, let's say in this particular instance, I don't know, murdering somebody for a living or something like this, does somebody else look at that and go, well, you're not murdering people because it's your job? Does that even make sense?
Yeah.
Well, how does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Andrew, if
I get the correlation.
That makes.
hold on,
perfect
let me actually.
You
so,
call it murder.
But
I call
hold
it.
on. Let me
Hitler?
hold on.
What?
Bruh.
What she just said? You call it murder, but I call it what?
Stop.
No, I'm gonna let you
Stop.
Literally a hitman.
So Andrew, you're making the argument that it's cheating.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for your girlfriend to be sleeping with other men, but if you willingly date a woman who does porn and she's disclosed to you and you know and you have knowledge of that she's going to be sleeping with other men, as much as I find that disgusting and repulsive, I don't think it fits the exact definition of cheating, because for me, cheating, there has to be some degree of like, you're not privy to, like, if you're
being deceived,
you're basically in an open relationship almost. I don't know if it's cheating. I think I
agree with that premise more. It's more of an open relationship than cheating.
It's a terrible position for a man to be in, but I don't know if it strictly meets the definition of cheating.
You can
because
still
if,
cheat
for
in
example,
an open
hold on. For example,
you?
if stop, please. If you were in an open relationship with a woman, for example, and you both had a discussion about it, and she could sleep with other men and you could sleep with other women, and she slept with another man, would that be cheating?
Mm-hmm. What would make that a relationship?
Well, it'd be an open relationship.
Yeah. What is an open relationship? It's just an immoral set of relationships.
Well, I think that's a different conversation.
Well, that's my whole
opinion.
But that's my point.
But that's your opinion.
My,
that's not the
my point
correct.
Yeah, that is subjective because is immoral. It might be immoral to you, but it doesn't mean that if they like it together, man, you know, that's what you got, pimps and hoes, right? It's a such thing. If that's not your world, that's not your world because it goes against your morals, ethics, and values. So morality is subjective to most people. You know what I'm saying? Like, sex worker doesn't see anything wrong with being a sex worker. Most people do. The general consensus do. That's where most people talk from. They talk from generally speaking. So that's how most people wiggle their way out real quick of the immoral conversation, because there are some people that's doing it. But there's right and wrong, left and right, up and down.
To look at this, so this is what I'm looking at, right? Is the definition. So we're looking at the definition of sanction. So I'm saying I'm making a moral argument. What he's making is a different argument. He's talking about definitions.
But that's not what we were talking about.
But it is what we're talking about. So if you're asking, if you're cheating, right? Is that bad?
Yes.
Well, then it's a moral argument. So what you're saying is this isn't cheating, so it's not immoral. So it's a moral argument.
Okay.
I just don't think any man who's confident and has self-respect would want to put himself in a relationship where other men are getting sexual gratification from his girlfriend, his wife, whatever it is.
Do you know on?
Wow, I'm surprised a female said that before one of these dudes is going back and forth about some bull crap. She said the real truth over there.
Set. It's so hard for a man to come. Like, they are not just like whipping it out and having the best time.
Get some help.
What?
I don't even know
what the hell did that have to do with anything? She just brought up men on set not being able to spit it out. What did that have to do with anything? Let's carry on. This is crazy.
That's such a non sequitur. How is that at all related to what she's saying? Go ahead.
I'm not even referring to the men on set. When you make corn on the internet, when you do OF or whatever, other men are getting sexual gratification and jacking off to that content, regardless of if the guy you slept with in the video got hard or enjoyed it or not. Right. And I don't know how any man with self-respect would be with that woman who has multiple men jacking off to their content.
Do you know?
Speak your speech. Speak your speech.
Men jack off to regular pictures on Instagram?
Yes, but they're not created with that
intent. It doesn't matter.
If you are deliberately creating content with the intent
any photo
of
or
sexually
video
gratifying other men.
So it really doesn't matter how you're...
Look at the hoe trying to justify the truth. She tried to justify the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Portraying
does
yourself
matter.
in certain instances. No, it doesn't.
We can't govern other people's thoughts.
And then you can understand
you cut me off, but I will let you.
No, you actually.
I will let you finish your point. I'll pause.
I was responding to your statement.
No, you're actually speaking over me, but you can continue.
I wasn't.
Are you going to say the point?
I am.
Now, she better be easy, because Shirley got some size on her. Big Back Brenda is sitting over there like, I will chew you up and spit you out. Let's see where this goes. This is getting interesting.
If you allow me to. Thank you. So like I was saying, you do know that men do jack off to regular pictures, right?
Men also think...
Offended. I think you're offended.
No,
that
I'm not offended at
your
all. I'm
Instagram...
asking you, do you know that that's what they do?
I am aware that men jack off to animals. Okay?
Yes.
Whoa, there you go.
But the answer is yes.
They do.
Right?
Just
I'm asking you
yes.
Why you got to bring animals into this? Leave the animals out of this.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Now, I know there's a such thing as bestiality, and there are a small percentage of men that's doing that. I don't know why she brought that up. You see the chick in the middle with her. Okay, let's go.
Conversation.
Where I was going with it, that's all.
Okay, but I think you're personally taking offense because your Instagram may be very promiscuous to the point where you're creating content for men to consume in a sexual way.
I mean, if that's what they choose to do anyway.
But they could. I agree with that.
Her only point is that they still gonna do it on regular people Instagram as well. There's really no, you know,
that's basically you can. The one part that she was saying, I was just trying to.
But I get it.
Yeah, that's all that I was saying.
There's a complete difference.
My man got the popcorn.
With anything else.
There's a complete difference between having an OF where you have sex with multiple men, masturbate, whatever, versus having an.
Which one y'all talking about? Y'all talking about Biggie, or y'all talking about Lil Bit? Who not making sense? I need to know, because I don't want to assume.
Instagram account where you post pictures of yourselves picking flowers outside. There's a completely different.
They still coming to you. You're still coming to me.
I understand.
why do some people make the dumbest arguments because they may be, like I said, a tenth of a percent of people that's doing it? That don't really make sense. So what the young lady over there that's, talking about men masturbating to promiscuous Instagrams or whatever, this is true. And this is why I categorize, I'm sorry, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitter, women are selling vagina on all of those sites. And like she said, if you dress it promiscuous and 90% of your pictures is of your boobs or your behind, you 9 times out of 10 is selling vagina. And it may be indirectly. You don't even realize you're doing it, but you're doing it so that inbox could stay nice so you can have your pick of the litter, which is a whole bunch of low vibrational beta males anyway. But I digress. Let's get back into it. Truth be told.
And what you're saying about the intent, but that does not have anything to do with what somebody chooses to do regardless.
Yeah, but she's not saying it does.
I don't care.
She's
But
giving
that's what I was telling you.
But why does that
what
matter?
you were saying does.
But she agrees.
That's what I'm saying.
You cannot control what other people
Yeah,
do with
so
your
she agrees
content.
with that point.
You
That's
can,
what I'm
you
saying.
can control the type of content you create.
Absolutely.
And I think
I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
I think depending on the type of content you create online should 100% be a factor if a man has self-respect if he wants to be with you in a romantic relationship.
Okay, that's your opinion. And
I don't really know.
Yeah, that's her opinion, but it was a damn good one.
Speak your speech. Speak your speech.
My self-respect has to be involved. Like, can't we just be a little bit less attacking? I would like quite a. Like,
I thought you like getting offended though.
Personally, no, but I'm just I'm being offended, so I'm replying to you. So yes, I do like being offended, but I think it's sometimes self-respect's a bit of a jugular. There's going to be people, I don't know if people watch this who are men who have girls friends. Well, words English doing well. That people that watch this
Okay, people that watch the show who have girlfriends who do.
Yes.
Well, if you are watching this and you're a man and you're dating a woman who does OnlyFans or porn,
Yes.
and she has videos of herself online having sex with men,
He's going.
my personal advice would be to break up with her post haste. Merci beaucoup.
But why?
In my personal opinion,
It's just
post
like,
haste.
I think my boyfriend.
But why? Because
she belongs to the streets.
The greatest honor to a man is exclusivity. That's our trade-off for exclusive access to your vagina. We don't want nobody else to have it. We're primal beings. We operate just like any other mammal. I don't care if it's an elephant, a lion, a tiger, a bear. Oh my. We have the same basic instincts. So even in the human realm, we don't want, because men are territorial, we don't want no other male inside our woman. For some reason, it's hard for women to understand that. Who raised you?
She belongs to the streets.
Your friends have respect.
Let me.
But
My
you mean your
opinion
two
is
boyfriends, one gets one hole, the other gets the other.
who don't know about each other.
Wow.
Yeah, they have respect. You still
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
They don't have.
Clown. Hold on, I got to send an asteroid on
But you started the podcast saying after they see this, they'll both probably dump me.
Yeah, probs.
Because they have enough self-respect to not want to be with someone who does what you're doing.
Yeah, one of them took the hole from the other one.
It was about you. I don't think they're going to agree with. Oh, sorry. Mine was more. I think they probably aren't going to agree with me. Where I think sharing
having two men.
Right. Yeah, I think that's.
Here's the thing.
I just hope that they might just like my job because they know about my job already.
I think it's also a.
Yo, see, I'm so far behind. They got to do sound like missiles coming at the screen. I don't know if y'all saw that, but Andrew Tate just appeared in the middle of the podcast.
Sorry. I think it's also a value, maybe a difference in value.
I thought I was seeing things for a second.
On relationships as well. Like if I was If someone was dating two guys and announced it on a podcast with a ton of subscribers and knew that their boyfriends might see it and they didn't really care, which it doesn't seem like you do. I don't want to make that generalization, but if you're doing this, you don't care, then I don't think that the value in relationships is there to make that call.
Yeah, well, how much can you give a shit about these guys if that's, you know what I mean? That's what she's saying. How much could you possibly actually care about these guys if you're like, well, one has sex with my right hole, the other one with the left. They didn't even know about each other. Let me just let everybody and the whole world know that right now on this podcast.
Men love women so much that we go against our primal nature in attempt to be monogamous because it makes the female feel better. So we are willing to sacrifice what our body is telling us we should do, not need to do, but should do on our better judgment to be able to have peace at the home. Any other man that believes he has to cheat or step outside or lie to his woman doesn't really run his household, because in my opinion, you shouldn't have to lie. Just tell the truth. Okay? Just tell the truth. If it get to that point where you like, okay, because ain't nothing worse than deceiving your woman, but also when it gets to the point of that trust being broken, it's like shattered glass. It'll never really be the same. So you want to, in my opinion, you want to keep that glass clean as much as you can. We're not perfect. And like I said, we go against our nature, our better judgment sometime, because we're going off the physical and not the mental. But I don't want to get too long-winded. Let's carry on.
Well, more people know about it. I've got a fucking massive mouth. I just talk.
Wow, why she had to say all those curse words?
Sorry, I keep swearing. I do apologize.
You're so vulgar.
So why don't you just tell both
I'm
of
so
them
sorry.
about each other?
Hold on.
That's fucking disgusting.
I am so sorry.
Back to the topic of cheating. I think like certain acts are obviously cheating. If you do them with emotion or without emotion, it's still cheating.
I agree.
Well, if it,
You can be emotionless and like
Yeah.
cheat on your significant
here's
other
some
and
more
not,
reasons why I don't.
I think cheating is anything that you do behind your significant other back because you know if they heard or seen whatever you was doing, they wouldn't be satisfied with it. Other than that, you would tell them. So if anything you would do, try to keep it secretive, being deceiving. I see y'all over there in the chat. I'm about to get with y'all. You have to really, really. It's all about self-control on both sides, men and women. You just gotta have self-control, and it's not easy, especially for the male species, because this discipline, boy, woo! I tell you. But it's so much more benefits in having discipline than not, because the when you just giving the D out like that and you being reckless like that, you're gonna get the repercussions of that. A crazy broad, somebody pregnant, a STD. It's just so much that can go left, for a piece of poom poom or a slice of D. Like, y'all gotta really put that in perspective. So anything done behind somebody's back, I believe, is cheating.
I think that men should date women who do porn and OnlyFans. Listen, you guys are wonderful women. I've got the opportunity to meet you and talk to you.
Not you, Malik.
No, I was just gonna say, can you include the fact when you say men with
Not you.
self-respect?
No, we're just gonna say men.
Even
because that's your opinion.
You know what? Even men who don't have self-respect, I encourage you from just a practical and pragmatic position to not date women who do sex work, because one, you're opening yourself up to a greater likelihood of getting an STD.
Whoa.
Yes, it's true.
It's not.
That's literally a very false statement. We have to get tested every 14 days.
Congratulations. So, question between those.
Didn't I just say bringing up STDs and things that can happen? He's correct. Yes. You open yourself up to STDs because in the time of passion, Most women is not paying attention to what that man is doing, especially if he hitting it from the back. You don't know what he's doing. Okay? I done heard some crazy stories from jokers that done took it off and put it back on. I truthful talk. I just said, bro, you wildin'. You get what I'm saying? So women, every time y'all link up with a dude, y'all put yourself at risk for an STD. Every single time. I don't care because, like I said, in a time of passion, and in my own anecdotal experience, I used to do this on purpose. And it's so crazy. I'm about to say this, but this is true. Let me think about a percentage. I will give it about 85, maybe even 90% of the women that I came across. I used to do the sneak the condom on thingamajig to see if she would ask if I had one on or not. Most of the time, they would ask in the motion of it, after, or not at all. And it used to make me know where their mindset was at, because I'm like, yo, she didn't even ask if I was protecting myself. She didn't even ask at all. The ones that ask in the middle, still crazy. You know what I mean? So that's just some real stuff that goes on in relationships when you out there meeting and dating. And that's why I said it's important to have discipline, even for the males, because of the things that can transpire from being promiscuous. You know?
Those 14 days, do you wait until you get your STD test to have sexual intercourse with your partner? Probably not.
Come on, son. You're right.
Or we have to both bring certs to the.
Can you kindly speak into the mic?
Sorry.
95% of men don't even go to the doctor.
We both bring certs.
You can scoot into the table, so it's a lot easier.
So we both have to bring certs.
You
So I have to bring
handle
certs,
the
and the
truth.
person on set would also have to bring
On set, what about your boyfriend? Okay, cool. So then,
So
what happens if
if
the
he's cheating
what if
on
the
me-
test gets a negative, a false negative, or what if the test? I don't know how it is in the UK, but in the US, they aren't testing. At least if you're like shooting in the Los Angeles, what is it, San Fernando Valley? My understanding of the adult entertainment industry in the United States, you don't have to check for HPV and you don't have to check for herpes.
That's true, because you have to ask him to give you that test. I'm like, that's stupid. Like, why would you have to ask him? You ask the STD, they should test for every sexual transmitted disease, but that costs extra for some reason. It's a money thing to me. It's an insurance money thing, because it just don't make any sense why you have to specifically say, hey, test me for this also. So you can tell I go to the doctor, right? So you have to get, you have to request to be tested for certain things. There's another one too. Is it syphilis? Gonorrhea? One of them, you got to ask for them. There's only certain tests that comes covered under your insurance for STDs check. Just so y'all know that.
That's your understanding of the adult industry?
It's not just my understanding; it's
I
a
don't
fact.
know what they do because everybody is not underneath a mainstream porn.
Okay.
Some of us do our own private. So when somebody comes to me, yeah, you have to have updated paperwork. Just like I'm bringing you 7 weeks. I went down to such and such and got my paperwork.
How often do you two get?
I have only 2 content partners.
Okay.
One was previously, and then I have one now. So
Cool.
whenever I switch to a new content partner,
Sure.
which is the guy, I was having sex with, doing him. And then the other one that I was doing, my I don't know. Can I see the word? That word, bitch?
Yeah, you can see
okay. When I have
The chick next to her just dropped like 5 F-bombs. What is she talking about? Can I say bitch?
my bitch boy or whatever, when we do it, the other guy is him. So I have the clean paperwork. So it's not the same with everybody else, which, your understanding is, but with mine, I want to see that. I want to see you don't have herpes and you don't have HIV.
Yeah, but all Brian is saying is like,
You have to request.
Stop the cap.
Why the fuck you lying?
Yeah, you have to request.
Okay, but so how many scenes have you done? Like you do traditional porn, correct? No?
Not yet.
Or you're doing like
It's-
OF shit?
I do OF, but I'm
Okay.
going into mainstream. Yeah.
Okay, so
Wow. She said I do F and I'm going into, she taking it all up. She going to the big league with it.
Can I jump in here?
Who? Sorry.
Can I jump in here?
Okay. Go
So I
ahead. Yeah.
personally know someone who, one of their close friends, they make OF content, and they were doing scenes with other people, and they contracted HIV.
Oh.
And
there
this
you
was
go.
just about a week or two ago, because
Rip.
OF is not a professional industry. It's
That's
not
what I
held to
was just about to
professional
say.
standards, and a lot of these people are doing collaborations, they're doing scenes
But-
together, and they're not
But even if
being
it
health
was,
conscious
That's
at
what I
all.
was
it's
just about
really
to ask
simple,
you.
right? The more sex partners you have, the more prone you're going to be to have an STD. It's that simple. It's
Man, if you go to her and she got a OnlyFans page, or she is taking a whole bunch of promiscuous pictures on her social media, you better get up out of there.
not more
How
complex than
easier
that.
it is. I mean, it's the truth. Nobody's. I'm not trying to refute that it's easy. The more people you have sex with, it's easier to get. But that's not the same thing for a lot of people who are out here on a day-to-day basis and don't even get checked because they think that their partner
But
is
the
one is
exception,
done.
but the exception
It's
proves
always
the
an
rule
exception.
in this case.
There
Right?
is
No, the
always.
exception proves the rule. So
Exception always proves the rule.
it's like, yeah, there's times where women who have sex with many partners may never get any type of STD. But you agree with me that the more sex partners you have, the more likely it's going to be, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So
just
that's
like,
going to be
I mean, but that's
But what
just
I'm
with
telling you
anybody.
that
right.
there-
That's
there's
right.
a
It's
lot
the
of
same thing.
people-
for you to have
It's the same
multiple
thing with like
partners and
if
be
you're a
likely to
construction
catch
worker, the chances that you get, a constructed related injury going to be way higher just because of the field that you're in. So
Well,
that's
it's
what
like
he's saying. It's
wearing-
like your
it's like
chances of
wearing a
getting an
hard hat,
STD
though.
are a lot higher
It's
if
like-
your woman is having sex with lots of men.
That's a fact. And a man too. It's the same thing. If you're promiscuous and you're out there having sexual partners, because just like with the man, some of them pull it off, but sometimes it pop. So I remember when the first time that happened to me, I should have known it was getting too good, but I just thought it was, getting better because we was in the middle of it. But when I pulled my thing out and I seen the condom just hanging at the bottom, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't sleep in anything. 'Cause, I was coming up. When I was coming up, man, that AIDS stuff was heavy, and it was scaring everybody, including me. So I couldn't even sleep after that. And then I was also pregnant. Praying that she didn't get pregnant, because I couldn't remember. I'm like, and ever since that day, I started checking in the middle of it, and I started pulling out with the jammy on because I ain't want no problems. So once it popped on me once, so it could happen on both sides. It could pop, and once it popped, if she got something and it get up in your little hole, you got it too. So it's crazy.
I mean, I agree with you.
Women pass it on to us faster, or do we pass it on to them? I don't know. I need somebody to fact check. I don't know who, because one of the sexes passed the STDs off at a higher rate. I just can't remember who it is because, if I don't know, I don't know. So help me, help educate me. Let's get it in.
It's like wearing a hard hat, though. So, like, if you wear a hard hat, you're less likely to hurt yourself. That's why we turn up with certs.
But you still are.
So we're protecting ourselves.
Yeah, sure. You can mitigate.
I think we may give it to them faster because once our juices go into them, it's in them. So it may be us that gives out the diseases more. And then also with the other, with the big joint, the HIV, that's high in homosexual men for a reason, because once that love juice go up in your body, you hit.
Mitigate risk, but it's still more risky.
Same thing for your mouth, ladies. You can't be just swallowing and gargling and all of that type of stuff,
That's the point.
Well, I mean, it's the truth.
And you can also protect yourself and only have one or two content partners, but you also
You
don't
can't
know,
handle
honestly,
the
like,
truth.
who else they're sleeping with.
Right. I was just about to say that. If it don't make a difference, yo. 1, 2, 1,000. Because you don't know who the other people are sleeping with and if they're doing it unprotected and where they might have contracted it. Because you can get tested, and right after you go test it, you can go out and catch something. So just that test really doesn't mean anything, yo, to be honest with you.
Unless
it means something, but it doesn't mean that is, nothing 100%. But you got a higher probability of the person, with a good test, knowing they got a good test. But like I said, you could take a test and then go out. And that was the same thing I thought when the COVID was going around. I'm like, okay, I just got tested. I came out negative, but what stopped me from going outside and getting it and still getting on the plane and then I got it? How you gonna know that? So it just didn't make sense to me. I digress.
They bring it, and then sometimes,
which is why I agree with the whole, like, I agree with the fact with like OF, it's like so much different. Like it is a lot less professional.
Okay, somebody said it's more from males to females, but a margin. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
I have a question for you that just occurred to me. Now I'm just curious.
yeah.
If you had HPV, could you have it in one of your reproductive organs and not in the other one?
No, I think you'd have to have it in both. But on that point, I get tested for that every time. By the way, in the
Both?
UK, you
For
have to
both
get
holes?
tested. I have to swab both. Yeah.
So could you, in theory?
I don't think so because there's like, it's like, maybe, but I don't think so. I did.
So, like, could you have hole-specific STDs?
I don't know. Like when I first went for my STD test, like when I first found out, I was like, "Do I need 2 swabs?" And the lady was like, "No, just put it in one and take it out and put it in the other."
Did you lose your virginity twice?
I did. I think.
I don't think that's how that would work.
Oh well, I kind of think I did because I did the whole like I felt like I broke my hymen twice.
What? Okay, so I mean, going back to my original point of just my advice to men not dating sex workers or women who do porn, especially porn with other men. Aside from just the STD risk, there's just also the reputational concern. So your family may frown upon it, your friends may frown upon it. There could be consequences for your children down the line. If you choose to have children, they could potentially or very well likely be bullied because I feel like I'm starting to talk like Andrew here.
It's true.
No, just the
More importantly, the ability to pair bond is lost. There's statistics on this, ladies. Don't think we're just saying this so y'all can stop being whores. I'm just telling you the truth about being them. The more sexual partners you have, the less able you're able to bond with said man because you have so many things, so many people to compare him to, and especially if you had unprotected sex and had a man's child or he ejaculated in you, then you have more of that man's DNA in your system and it messes with your mind. Go look this stuff up. I ain't making this up. It's a psychological effect that happens every sexual partner a woman has. And it doesn't affect the male psyche like it does the female psyche. So I hope y'all can handle the truth. This is why we don't want y'all out there on every last D.
You can't handle the truth.
You know,
exclusivity. Less is more. That's why you don't see a lot of Bentleys and Phantoms and G-Wagons and all of these type of exclusive cars. You don't even really see, except for the G-Wagon and stuff, you don't really even see, you don't see commercials for no Bentley. You don't see no commercials for no Rolls Royce. They're exclusive. And that's what men love, exclusivity. Get with it. Every person you be with makes your value lower to men, whether you want to accept it or not. This is why I don't even ask the body count question, for the simple reason that women can say any number they want to. You have to do your due diligence and know what type of questions and what type of signs to look for to tell if this woman is promiscuous or not. And if you have a man a certain, if you just been, dating and you have experience with multiple women or just know the female species, you should be able to pick up on that. You shouldn't be so naive to that. You could kind of tell how she responds and react to you of the body count, because you can never know. You just have to see where the psyche is at, because like I said, it has a psychological effect. So if you still with me, make sure y'all hit that like button. This one is almost over with. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with Truthful Talk Radio.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Turn your radio up.
could get bullied, and also it's just
it's a good change, by the way. It's a good change.
Yeah,
No, it's funny you said that, because I watched your previous, shows, and that's the reason I came, because I thought you didn't do this kind of stuff. But now, like, I didn't think that it would be like so much. I thought it would be like more calm and cool and just
It wasn't so much truth. She wasn't ready for all of that truth.
us like having like a little conversation. I didn't think it was going to be us versus, these people. And I didn't think it was going to.
It's not verses. It's dialogue.
What do you mean these
I think
people?
we're all very
What do you mean?
On that side of the table.
Everybody on that side.
It does happen.
So,
What? As you stated earlier, our side versus your side.
Yeah.
I said I was referring geographically.
right. I was just saying like.
No, I really didn't.
But
I'd
I want
say
to finish
that's
saying what I was
different.
saying,
Just a little
please.
bit.
But yeah, so what I'm saying is, when you said that about the Adam, because I really.
So whose side of the table do you think is smarter?
Wait,
though?
let her
smarter. What, girl? Let me shut my mouth.
Here, go ahead. Go
What's
ahead.
your IQ?
Make,
No,
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's 11. Oh,
It's 150. I said.
Oh.
It's 11.
11. It's just stand on the table and ask what degrees we have.
Okay.
Anyways, but yeah.
Can we get security
I
over
just
here?
did but from the other videos, so from the other videos, that's really why I sent you a message because I'm like, okay, he seems like a cool podcast to go on.
Oh wait, after I just said what I said, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not cool.
now that you. No, I thought you were when I seen it, but now
now
that I'm here and the conversation is kind of going like, oh, OnlyFans girls is this, don't do this, don't I.
That's first of all, if you were proud of who you were and what you was doing, can't nobody tell you what you doing is wrong. Deep down inside, she already know she's having a moral war with herself. And he just gave her a reality check because no probably man has told her, you know what I mean? And I'm surprised she been watching these podcasts and ain't seen like men, we don't. He's saying the same thing every other man on podcasts is saying. So I guess you thought because for some reason he was different from all the other podcasters because you probably never heard him, get on women for being promiscuous. That's every man. This is amazing.
It just seems off from what.
Off? What do you mean?
Like from what you used to do.
Used to do
like
what?
On your podcast, which is
I mean, this is kind of the bread and butter.
on your Instagram. The clips that you have on your Instagram is not. Putting
is
us
that
down,
how you?
Basically, it more so seemed kind of upbeat. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
it's
okay.
a little
This
different.
doesn't seem like it's that contentious.
Yeah, well,
this
to
is-
you,
Well,
though.
Yeah, to be fair, one of my
To you.
favorite
Like,
clips is
Wait,
when
but okay, here. Let me ask you.
Downplaying what we do.
No, I'm not downplaying.
even that, but
no,
just
no.
to act like
I'm not
we're
downplaying what you
idiots
do.
who's smart.
Look how much space she take up at that damn table, bro. That look crazy. She bigger than everybody at the table, including the men. She like the men's size with both of them put together. You just take their head off and you put them together. She taking up just as much room. Look, look, y'all. Look, she taking up just as much room as both of the men on the left side. Yo, that's amazing.
Amazing.
Harder, and that's from her. Not
I
you.
didn't say that.
That was her.
I
But just
disavow her statement.
That was
Oh,
sarcasm, so I
man.
didn't pick up on.
Okay, so
I'm too stupid. Remember?
I think
all right.
a little bit.
Why don't you guys kiss
I
and
know
make
you
up?
think
Okay.
that, but the way your makeup looks, yeah.
All right. So
All right, that was another one, man. Shout out to whatever podcast clips. This was a good live reaction. If you still with me, you still listening to my voice right now, shout out to you, man. We got it. We got through another episode of Truthful Talk Radio.
A Players for Life production.
Make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. This is how we get it in each and every episode right here on Truthful Talk Radio.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Hopefully you were entertained and somewhat enlightened. Make sure y'all go over to YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you want me to react to a particular video, go ahead and shoot me an email, truthfultalk@gmail.com. Same thing, if you want an artist played right here on Truthful Talk Radio, send their music to truthfultalk@gmail.com. I appreciate everybody that came out, listen to my voice, everybody in the comment section, interact, and hopefully y'all be back. This was another episode of Truthful Talk Radio. We're about to get into my bro, JP Caruso, going to take us up out of here like he do each and every episode. Shout out my bro Ronnie Ross with the intro song Players for Life and JP Caruso with Ain't No Way. We're about to get into this JP Caruso, Long Live Nipsey Hussle. This is called No Regrets. Remember, try to live your life with no regrets.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
Turn your radio up.
Let's go. JP Caruso, No Regrets. Long live Nip.
If you a hustler, you should find some way to capitalize off that and turn that into some money. Because the white folks sure gonna do it. They know guaranteed that they gonna blow you up, make you American Idol. They gonna tax for it, you know what I'm saying? They gonna charge $100 for the tickets at the show. They gonna sell merchandise. So you know we just gotta peep their game and apply it to our hustle. It'll be all right.
Knew I was destined for this shit. I'm smart enough to recognize the blessings that I get. I don't hold regrets, not even exes I was with. It's like the more I gain, the less I care about that shit. My name ain't biblical by circumstances. Certain rewards attached to certain chances. I'm glad I'm here, don't think my mother planned it. Understanding, planning, get me through this. I study Nip, ain't gang banging, still prepared for Judas. Simple off-white hoodie, don't think I'm stupid. I know this road ain't easy, expected to go be ruthless. Greatness ain't common, spread the wealth, just don't be useless. I've been through hell, but somehow still remain the coolest. It's proven.
Players for life.
I'm smart enough to recognize the blessings that I get. And I don't hold regrets, not even exes I was with. It's like the more I gain, the less I care about that shit. It's things that's more important for my soul, can't make an offer. Kissing ass, don't do it often. Throw 400 in my coffin. Love don't really mean shit to me. Lust got your girl trying to get to me. Cuffing in the first place penalty. Catch this Greyhound, ain't shit for free. Do it for my niggas that can't rap. Vicarious living can stamp that. Memories that we can't speak, but we can look back and laugh at. Supposed to play sports and do this. Get rich and get on some new shit. I tatted the soldiers that ain't last, so they still a part of this new shit. True shit.
Players for life.
I'm smart enough to recognize the blessings that I get. And I don't hold regrets, not even exes I was with. It's like the more I gain, the less I care about that shit, man.
You're now live in the mix on Truthful Talk Radio.
You can't handle the truth.
Players for life.